Hotel spokesman said 2 people suffered minor injuries.
And still ahead in the news tonight. 3 temples declared historical monuments. Commercial radio founder George Ho dies. And in the US, a wedding party that didn't go according to plan.
Your adventure begins now.
The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, Sunday, June 15th on Pearl's Movie of the Month. Look who's back in the MasterChef kitchen.
One of you can win this.
Who will make a comeback?
The flavor elevator's back, and we're going up.
Thursday and Friday, MasterChef Season 3 at 8:30 on Pearl.
Baby, get out of there. Get out of there now.
Thursday.
She was abducted.
The only thing Castle wants
I will do whatever it takes to get her back.
is to hold his daughter again.
Castle, please, you don't need to see this.
What's in the bag? Thursday, Castle at 10:35 on Pearl.
The Hong Kong Dragon Boat Carnival. June 6th to 8th at the East Chim Sa Choi waterfront. Let's all enjoy the excitement. Please use public transport and follow police instructions.
It could be the costliest natural catastrophe in the history of our planet.
We're not prepared for it,
That wave could be as much as a kilometre high.
but it's coming.
Not a matter of if, but of when.
Tonight, could we survive a mega tsunami? At 9:30 on Pearl.
Welcome back. The Antiquities Advisory Board has declared 3 historic temples as monuments. And the board has launched a public consultation on the conservation of historic buildings. Ronnie Samtani reports.
The oldest of the 3 temples is Hao Wang Temple in Kowloon City. The temple bell is believed to have been cast during the Qing dynasty in 1730, making the temple around 280 years old. In addition, it is one of the few temples in the territory that has a collection of historic relics relating to the garrison town of the Kowloon walled city. Similarly, the Hongxing Temple in Aplai Chau was established in 1773. Its original structure and detailed tiled roof were refurbished in 1988. And the 3rd temple is the Lin Fa Temple, built on a slope in Taiheng. The architecture of the temple is known to be very unique. Its front hall is half octagon shaped, and its roof is built on a granite arched terrace. The Lin Fa Temple, also known as the Lotus Temple, was built in 1863 for the worship of the Goddess of Mercy. It is currently classified as a Grade 1 historic building. All 3 temples were declared monuments today during the Antiquities Advisory Board meeting. Meanwhile, the government stressed the importance of the need to protect precious relics, but also to respect the rights of property owners. In its public consultation document, it recommends establishing a heritage conservation fund to provide financial incentives to private owners to encourage them to conserve the historical sites. But lawmaker James Tian said he doesn't see the need for such a fund.
I don't quite understand why government wants to set up a fund to preserve old buildings. I would have thought the easier way is if there are some old buildings that some developers want to demolish and government have second thoughts on it, then they could talk with the developer on compensation. Or another way is to give the developer a piece of land sort of close to wherever the preserved building is being located.
The public consultation also seeks the public's views on legislation to prevent owners from demolishing historic buildings. Ronnie Samtani, TVB News.
Commercial radio founder George Ho died today at age 95. Through a statement on its website, the radio station said its honorary chairman passed away peacefully this morning at Hong Kong Sanatorium and Hospital. His family was with him at the time. Born in 1919, George Ho was the third son of influential businessman Sir Robert Ho Tung. He set up commercial radio in the late 1950s. The SAR government awarded him the Gold Bohemia Star in 2001 in recognition of his contributions to society. A new jury panel has been selected for the corruption trial of former Chief Secretary Raphael Hui and 4 others, including Sun Hung Kai Properties Joint Chairman Thomas and Raymond Kwok. The original jury panel that was sworn in last week was dismissed just after 2 days because one of the jurors had a health problem. Today, Mr. Justice Andrew McRae selected 9 new jurors, 3 men and 6 women. When the case resumes tomorrow, the jurors will be sworn in and the prosecution will open its case. Hui, the Kwok brothers, and 2 others face charges of bribery, providing false information, and conspiracy to commit misconduct in public office. The trial is expected to last until late September or October. All right, Chris, over to you for sports.
To Brazil. Right, or at least South America. World Cup host Brazil continuing its preparations for the big tournament with a convincing 4-0 win over Panama. Jameson Wong has highlights.
Host Brazil appear ready for the World Cup to start with star player Neymar raring to go. The 22-year-old opened the scoring against Panama in a friendly in Goiânia. He also set up 2 other goals in the 4-0 win. Brazil have one more warm-up match against Serbia on Friday. Big Phil's team opened the big dance on June 12th against Croatia in Sao Paulo. And someone better tell the folks there to pick up the pace. The stadium remains a work in progress. The stands are unfinished and they've yet to install the TVs or establish an internet connection. In other news, Frank Lampard will captain England in their friendly against Ecuador in Miami. This week he announced he was leaving Chelsea, perhaps continuing his career here in the States.
Very difficult, obviously. I think after 13 years, the club's become part of my life. I mean, I made a statement yesterday. I think pretty much said it all really for me personally. And yeah, difficult. You have to move on. I think I move on. The club moves on. Simple as that. And I'm here to concentrate on playing with England, being with England.
Now to our red card of the day, and who thought this was a good idea? Team Australia called it a recovery session. No wags allowed. They sure could learn a few things from American footballers Johnny Manziel and Rob Gronkowski. Just saying. Jameson Wong, TVB News.
Tennis and Maria Sharapova avoided the upset bug to advance to the semifinals of the French Open. The women's 7th seed dropped the first set against Spain's Garbine Muguruza 6-1. The 27-year-old Russian rallied to take the next 2 sets. The scores were 7-5 and 6-1. Sharapova, a finalist last year at Roland Garros, will meet Eugenie Bouchard of Canada in the last 4. Sharapova won the French Open in 2012, completing the career Grand Slam. Baseball now, and the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Detroit Tigers 5-3. All the runs in the game were scored in the 9th inning. Toronto scored 5 in the top of the frame. The big blow was Brett Laurie's 3-run home run. J.D. Martinez drove in the Tigers' runs with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th. And the Blue Jays have won 4 straight.
And finally for tonight, when a happy American couple in Cross Lake, Minnesota said they were taking the plunge, they probably didn't have this in mind. The entire wedding party of Dan and Jackie Anderson lined up on a dock for a photo about an hour before the wedding. But the 22 people proved too much weight for the dock. When the guests started arriving, some of the bridesmaids and groomsmen were still drying off. Despite it all, the wedding started just 10 minutes late. And that's the news for tonight.
Good night.
Brazil, the focus of Group A, no doubt, which is why the opening match against Croatia is a must-see. And since Brazil should advance without a hitch, the other 3 teams have no choice but to put up a massive fight.
when the girl of his dreams,
Wallace and I are engaged to be married.
turns out to be a serial killer.
Your bones are as good as toasted.
Action Gromit. Sunday, Wallace and Gromit in A Matter of Loaf and Death. Sunday night at 8:30 on Pearl.
I'm really excited.
I can see that.
I could tell that you didn't really remember Jennifer. When I told her I was going to be working at 51, she warned me about you.
Unbelievable. A baby isn't an afterthought, Kelly.
I know that.
Do you?
Tonight, Chicago Fire at 10:40 on Pearl. Sun Life Financial presents The Weather Report is brought to you by Sun Life Financial.
Hello everyone, it was mainly fine with isolated showers in the morning. It was sunny in the afternoon. At 5 p.m, unsettled weather associated with a trough of low pressure was affecting the southwest China. Up until 5 p.m, today's temperatures range from 28.3 to 32.5 degrees. And the current temperature is 31 degrees Celsius. So Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow?
Oh. Ah.
Mainly cloudy tonight. Tomorrow we'll have sunny periods and a few showers. Temperatures will range from 28 to 32 degrees. There will be some more rain in the next few days. Tomorrow's air quality health index will be low and the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 11. Now, here's the latest global weather update. Cloudy in Shanghai, rain in Taipei and Xiamen. Thunderstorms in Guangzhou, showers in Macau. Cloudy in Beijing and Seoul. Thunderstorms in Bangkok and Manila. Showers in Kuala Lumpur, cloudy in Jakarta. Sunny in New Delhi and Karachi. Sunny in Cairo, showers in Nairobi. Sunny intervals in Brisbane, showers in Sydney, Melbourne and Auckland. Cloudy in Toronto, rain in New York. Sunny intervals in Vancouver, foggy in San Francisco. Cloudy in Manaus, sunny intervals in Brasilia and Sao Paulo, and foggy in Rio de Janeiro. Sunny intervals in London and Zurich, sunny in Paris, showers in Amsterdam. And that's the weather. Have a great evening.
It was brought to you by Sun Life Financial. Life's brighter under the sun.
The prophecy will be fulfilled.
I have seen it. If you face Memnon, you'll die.
I make my own destiny.
But a warrior will defy it.
Will you stand alone before the fury of his armies?
Yes.
The Rock.
Come for the woman and your head.
Iron Man.
Sunday, The Scorpion King on Pearl's Weekend Blockbuster.
Get in the proper mood of the World Cup with the right attire and appropriate cocktails. Find out what Roberta Jr. thinks about the local football scene. And check out these statement-making sofas. Thursday night, Dolce Vita at 10 on Pearl.